I understand a lot of money has changed hands with crypto bullshit. I want nothing to do with it. I've never spent a penny on it. I don't believe in it at all. I mean, the US dollar is unstable enough. How much more volatility do you want? If you want to buy things that go from 18 billion to 1 billion, if you want to lose 94% of your investment, I don't know. That's not a hobby of mine. It's not something I find relatable. But Max asks, recently Terra USD stablecoin dropped from 18 billion to 1 billion in market cap because the price of it tanked from $1. My understanding is that the value of blah, blah, blah was guaranteed by Luna token. The assumption that Luna always had some value and the value can create as many as it. I mean, I'm not even going to read the rest of this, honestly, because it's quite long. And then this is why I don't deal with any of this crypto bullshit. This is why I don't deal with any crypto bullshit, because this bullshit coin is supposed to be supported by this other bullshit thing, and I don't want to be in that market. I don't know what a fucking Luna token is. I couldn't give a fuck less. Every course, by the way, when a question like this comes up, and I got nothing against you, Max. If you wanna buy things that go from 18 billion to 1 billion, if you want to lose 94% of your investment, I don't know. That's not a hobby of mine. It's not something I find relatable. But go ahead. Go ahead. Lose 94% of your investment if you think these are good investments. I don't think they're investments at all. I think they're bullshit. Every fucking course, when I say something like this, some asshole writes me, usually on Instagram. Some asshole sends me a lengthy message like, Derek, you just don't understand the crypto bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, and I do understand. I understand it's not worth anything. I understand that you've been lied to by the whole fucking internet. I understand that there's a lot of celebrities out there that endorse this shit. I tell you what, guys, they get paid. They get paid 15 grand to put a post on their Instagram to endorse a bullshit, so-called stable coin. If the fucker was so stable, why do they got to pay somebody 15 grand to endorse it? Why are there these crypto companies spending hundreds of millions of dollars? See, individual companies spending $100 million plus for marketing campaigns. Does gold have a marketing campaign? You ever seen a marketing campaign for gold? I never seen that. I've seen people that try to sell gold for a premium, and then which is nonsense. It's a commodity. It's commodity. So when I see people trying to sell a rare exotic coin for twice what the fucking gold value is, and only idiots buy that. But you know what the other idiots buy? This is crypto bullshit. It's been the best speculation in human history. I understand a lot of money has changed hands with crypto bullshit. I want nothing to do with it. I've never spent a penny on it. I don't want to spend a penny on it. I don't believe in it at all. And I mean, the US dollar is unstable enough. How much more volatility do you fucking want? The US dollar is not even stable in the sense that you have, the government's telling you inflation is 8%, which is terrible, but in reality it's probably 13%. You already have the thing that's backing the other fake bullshit is already losing more than 10% of its value per year right now because you have terrible management in government. So now you guys want to go speculate? Go speculate if you want to, but don't pretend that it's an investment. Speculate all you want, but don't pretend that it's an investment. And don't pretend that you could look at a fucking chart and, you might as well have some fucking, chicken bones and goat's blood and you're shaking the pan of the chicken bones and think you're going to fucking predict the future like some voodoo shit. Good luck to you. Just good luck. So I'm not interested in these. There's a module that we talk about, currencies. We spend a week talking about this. We spend a week, I talk about crypto in some of the, coins and whatnot in there. It's something I've never invested a penny in, and I don't think it's a great idea. I think there's plenty of other things that, when you calculate the risk involved, the risk-reward ratios, and the predictability of an outcome, I think a lot of people they're spending money on so-called investment in crypto, they don't understand the the actual downsides. They don't understand the actual risk. They don't understand the actual risk involved, that you guys can get really fucked messing with that stuff. So that's not what I do, but good luck. Warren Buffett has a sound bite, and I think he's right. He said he wouldn't pay $25 for all the Bitcoin in the world. If he could have every one of them, all the Bitcoin in the world, he said he wouldn't pay $25 for it.
Now, if you told me you owned all of the Bitcoin and you offered it to me for $25, I wouldn't take it, because what would I do with it? I have to sell it back to you one way or another. I mean, maybe I have the same people, but it isn't going to do anything. The apartments are going to produce rental, and the farms are going to produce food. That explains the difference between productive assets and something that depends on the next guy paying you more than the last guy got.
'Cause what does it produce? What does it do? It has to do something. How does it make a dividend? How does it pay you a dividend distribution? How do you calculate the earnings? Oh, it doesn't earn anything. It's just a medium of transaction. So it's less valuable than gold, in the sense that, that gold is at least an industrial metal, and it does some stuff, and there's some demand for gold as jewelry. And there's some demand for gold as an alternative currency. When you could say that some of these, cryptocurrencies have an alternative currency base, but it doesn't do anything. So you'd be better off to own a shopping mall or a cornfield or an apartment building or any fucking thing. Something that produces rents, something that produces a crop, something where production is happening, and there's cash flow being thrown off from the asset. So I like things that have cash flow and undervalued, have good cash flow. And, amazingly, a couple times per decade, there's a great opportunity to buy assets like that the price is well below the asset value. So I love those type of opportunities. I feel great about it. I like more of those. So when there's a hysteria, that's the time for you to sit down and do the research of, like, oh, where are the sectors or specific stocks within those sectors that have the greatest disconnect between the underlying value of their assets and the future production, future economic earnings versus the current price of the assets. And if you get good at that, you're going to make a lot of fucking money. You make a lot of fucking, probably more than you think. I made more money in the stock market than I could have. I wasn't brave enough to dream, in my 20s, that I could make as much money as I did in the stock market. And I'm still young. Buffett's damn near 50 years older than, maybe he is 50 years older. He's 48, 49 years older. Buffett's more than twice my age. So, am I going to be the next Warren Buffett? I don't need to. I'm going to go work on my boxing and kickboxing, and I'm going to get my belts in jiu-jitsu, go find myself a black belt over a few years, and I'm having fun doing that, and I anticipate that's what I'm going to do with a lot of my time, and I'm going to help you folks go get some money, and I'm going to let the stock market give me some money. It's not my biggest goal to go be the world's first trillionaire or something, but I could do whatever the hell I want with my time. I know that. I have enough money that I don't have to spend time with somebody that I don't want to, and I don't. Diego asks, what are the most simple but effective strategy to use options? I just told you my favorite ways. It's, when things are bad, when a stock, I gotta quit using the word bad, because when things are perceived as bad and there's a high quality company that I think is undervalued, then I like to sell puts. When things are perceived as really good and a stock is higher than I think it's worth, either I sell the stock outright, or sometimes I'd sell call options and collect the call premium and give somebody the right to buy it away from me. Now, at that time, you could sell a call that, in the money or out of the money. So you could sell a out of the money call, collect a premium, and if it goes up, they're going to pull it away from you. You could sell a call that's already in the money, and they have the right, and you get more than the current price than if you sold it at the current market price. But just that, you get more than if you sold it for the current market price. So you end up, getting the price that you'd like. If it goes up, cool. If it goes down a little bit, you're still going to sell it and make even more money. If it goes down a lot, then you got the call premium and not the stock anymore. But you could be in a situation when you would have been better to just hold off and do nothing. But that's the game. That's what the contracts are for. So you're making a wager that a stock is going to move a particular way within a particular period of time, And then there's different strike prices for you to adjust of whatever your level of comfort is or your confidence in an outcome is. So I love call options. I love put options. There's a lot of money to be made there. I made a lot of extra money playing with that. In 2020, I was in 2020, I was doing my accounting, in 2021 based on some things that 2020's numbers, and my accountant thought it was like he seen that I had I think it was something close to $800,000, something like $800,000 in call premiums that I collected. And he's a little confused. He's like, oh, your account is up, 800 grand. And I'm like, no, my account is up 8 figures, not 800 grand. So the 800,000 is just from the put premiums. The 800,000 is just from options premiums. So, there's environments when there's a lot of volatility in the market, like right now. I love playing with options. I was, just last Friday, like I said, I had options expire. I don't have any open contracts at the moment. But yeah, if things get dire enough, I'll go sell some more puts, and I'll either collect the put premiums or I'll collect the stocks at a discounted price. So I like them. Best wishes to you. It's terrible if you don't know how these things work. Review the damn module until you understand. Review this content until you understand, because you're going to be missing out. You're going to be missing out on a lot of opportunity.
So the biggest takeaway is, honestly, I'm looking at things a lot differently than I did prior to, joining and getting involved in the Real Estate Riches program. I'm now looking at it like, okay, what are some other potential alternative ways that you can utilize this property? Like parking spaces, short-term rentals, and all these things. I mean, there's just an abundance of opportunities to capitalize on real estate properties. It's insane. I've been studying Derek's content now and being educated by Derek directly. I'm just excited with the way things are going. I want to thank you a lot, Derek. So I would definitely recommend this program to anyone who's serious about investing in real assets that really create passive income for you in the long term. So if you're serious, invest in Moneyberg Real Estate Riches program.